crossing the interdimensional plane. She came to rule our universe and more. Now she will fulfill her most wantonly carnal desires. Michelle Yeoh stars in Section 31 from Outer Space. In her universe, she ruled with an iron fist. Now she seeks to dominate ours. In more ways than one. You may never know who she may eat or kill. And she may very well be the one who may be eaten herself. Who knows? You will have to see to find out. Written by Alex Kurtzman's editor, and starring recycled footage of Michelle Yeoh. Don't miss Space Cannibals from Outer Space. A movie so secret that its star doesn't even know that she made it.
A Section 31 movie announced with Michelle Yeoh. How are they going to pay her to come back into the studio? They're not. She just won an Oscar. She's going to demand a lot of money despite the fact that, she's really, really hard to understand. I am Mecca! Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Rob off camera.
So, all of this section, they're finally willing this one into existence.
Remember that parody we did a while back? This is, Section 31. It's coming for real this time. We promise.
Michelle Yeoh, that's a 3-year-old video. We made that in 2020. They've been announcing this since 2017. What do you want to bet they just pieced it all together with footage that they've already filmed from her? And they're either going to have her ADR something or they're going to have somebody who sounds like her ADR something. Because I don't think after... Let's pull up that article where she won her Oscar.
Yeah.
She's the first woman ever to win an Oscar. Well, I thought she just identified as Asian.
Asian woman.
She's the first woman who identifies as Asian to win an Oscar. I don't know. Maybe Halle Berry should have identified as Asian then.
Maybe.
And then she could have counted.
Everyone wants to be the first at everything. Whatever happened, don't be the first to do something. Don't be the first.
So she won her Oscar there. She's going to have a much higher price tag. Anything coming back.
She was a martial arts actress. She was an action star in Hong Kong film. How is she winning an Oscar now?
Because she's the only Chinese actress they can name by name.
Okay.
I guarantee you, this is Idris Elba all over again. This is what other Chinese female actresses can you name other than Fan Bingbing?
Zhang Ji? That one I wrote the documentary about.
The one that went missing, that disappeared?
Yeah.
Well, Fan Bingbing got disappeared, too.
Fan Bingbing.
She got disappeared for about a week, too. Can't they even make movies? I was under the impression that under the license stuff that they couldn't. Do you remember any of that? Jonathan Frakes said that.
Short answer, no. They cannot make movies.
So they have to call it something else.
Yes. Longer, more slightly complex answer is they have to call it something different. In an interview with Mark Jost as Cinema Blend, Jonathan Frakes lends his insight as to why Paramount Plus isn't making its own Star Trek movies, given how Paramount Pictures has been unable to get the long-delayed Star Trek IV produced by J.J., don't call me Jughead, Abrams, into theaters. That's really an insult to Jughead, though.
Jughead was the best part of the Archies, wasn't he?
Yeah, playing the drums.
Yeah, the dog.
I miss old Jughead. Anyway, Frakes says... My understanding is that Paramount Plus has the television franchise and Paramount has the movie franchise. I could be wrong, but that's what I gather is the separation between the movie and television divisions. So long story short, Viacom, big company, acquires CBS and Paramount, merge the two companies, CBS gets the TV stuff, Paramount gets the film stuff.
That's why all the movies are kind of a little more action-y and darker. And
yes.
Yeah, I don't like that kind of Star. I like the kind of up its own backside Star Trek.
2005, I believe, 2005, 2006, there's a split. CBS becomes its own company. Viacom becomes its own company. CBS gets all the Star Trek stuff because it's associated with TV. Paramount still wants to make Star Trek movies, but they get to keep the stuff they already made. They said, hey, can we still make I'll tell you what, we really don't want to make Star Trek movies. Here's the special license, but you have to make it visually and tonally different than the Star Trek we already know, in case we want to do TV later on.
Yeah.
So hence the 25% different thing.
Yeah, which that's kind of a rule of thumb through most of the entertainment industry. Anytime you have like even Masters of the Universe, every time they do a new one of those, they're a little different.
Even look at this. Even look at
Captain Riker's.
Captain Riker. You have the pips here. They call them the pips.
Yeah. But he's got a textured uniform. Now, the textured uniform on the fabric, they'll have like a delta or whatever, a pattern. That is typical of, that came from the JJ movies, did it not?
Yes.
Because we used to have like the very smooth polyester uniforms back in the 90s.
Very smooth polyester, like maybe the velour, back in the 60s, which was...
So, they're just going to piece together a bunch of scenes, aren't they? What do they know about this? She's going to reprise a role. Production beginning. Oh, they were not going to make anything new. You're just going to grab some cutting room floor footage.
They willed this into existence.
They're not going to pay her enough, are they?
Well, she might still be under contract for
another
Star Trek, something Star Trek related.
Yeah, another production is what it'll be, and it won't specify TV or movie or blah blah blah. And this might be something.
She could be in it very little.
Yeah, she could be in it a very little. Like when you see those B movies, right? Where they're in it for like just a cameo and they have it as starring Tracy Lords. Well, she just did it for like a cameo and it's all nobody and it's shot in Vancouver for $20 and it's in a 50-pack.
Great example of that is a movie called Best Defense with Dudley Moore, and it was touted as starring Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is in it for 5 minutes. And that was it. Because Eddie Murphy at the time was a big star. And even Eddie Murphy said that this movie sucked, but I was going to get paid, and I only had to be in it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, or like a Gary Busey. Yeah. He'll be in something for 5 minutes, and it'll be a 50-pack, public domain something. Like just a no budget. You see these all the time. That's what this is going to be. It's going to have no budget. It's going to be pieced together a bunch of new stuff, and it's going to set up some new show, like Star Trek Legacy or some other stupid thing. It's going to be pieced together from cutting room floor footage. They're gonna Ed Wood this. This is what Ed Wood did with Bela Lugosi.
I think so.
Oh, this is great. Star Trek and Ed Wood movies now.
Yeah. I mean,
this is exactly what he did too. They would say, "We got a thing, but we got a thing. We got Michelle Yeoh for Section 31. We got Michelle Yeoh for Section 31." And somewhere, Alex Kurtzman is scrambling to find cutting room floor footage.
Do you have any more footage?
What haven't we used? Because they know darn well they can't get her back, and they're gonna piece together some nobody actors in Toronto or Vancouver, all the way back in 2017, before the first season of Star Trek Discovery had even aired. Michelle had the idea to do a now they're blaming her.
Yeah.
You're gonna blame her for it. Oh, but it's your idea. Philippa Georgiou said executive producer Alex Kurtzman. She doesn't know Star Trek?
Can we stop giving every character their own spin-off? There's a reason why certain characters are supporting characters, is they are there to bolster the other ones.
She ate sentient beings. This was the bad guy from the Mirror Universe. This was the Empress of the Terran Mirror, Mirror.
Terran Empire.
They aren't good people.
No.
They eat other people.
Space.
For breakfast, literally.
Space German World War II bad guys. She was Space German World War II bad guy with a funny mustache.
Section 31, probably. We're thrilled.
It was like when they introduced her, it was like a Mel Brooks sketch.
Her Imperial Highness, Mother of the Fatherland, Overlord of Vulcan, Dominus of Kronos, Regina Andor.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Emperor Philippa Georgiou Augustus Iaponius Centaurus.
Mel Brooks thing from Mel Brooks.
Empress Philippa, we'll just add that in footage. Philippa Georgiou, Regina.
We're going to cut that part. Yeah. Get on with it.
She broke new ground as one of the first two women on screen in the pilot to usher in a new Trek, and now 6 years later, Star Trek Section 31 finally arrives on the heels of the latest groundbreaking win. Everyone on Team Trek couldn't be more thrilled to have our legend...
Stop. Captain Catherine Janeway. Okay. Really? You're gonna slight her like that?
Michael Burnham. I mean, what happened to her? I thought she was the bestest ever.
Damn.
Long live Emperor Giorgio. Long live Michelle Yeoh.
Oh, for God's sake.
We're thrilled that Star Trek Section 31 will be the next title in our Star Trek universe,
No, you're not.
said Dominique DiMaggio, Chief Marketing Officer and Head of Data at Paramount Streaming. Michelle Yeoh is an incomparable talent. She brought Emperor Giorgio to life. All right. Can't wait for fans to see what this special movie event has in store. We're welcoming her back. I don't know how much new footage they're going to be able to shoot.
Okay, well, first of all, because of the license, as we said before, because of the license, they cannot call this technically a movie. It is called a special movie event.
They'll probably be a 2-night thing. They'll probably stretch it into two weeks.
2 nights. It might be 2 nights. It might be 3 episodes. They're not.
They aren't gonna leave it as a movie.
Yes,
probably
a special movie event. Second, this is not going to get people on board with Paramount Plus. And third, to be very concise, Michelle Yeoh can't act.
I can't understand her.
She was an action star in Hong Kong movies. Okay, she was in Tomorrow Never Dies, the Bond movie, and she is horrible. Dear God, she is horrible. Holy God! Even as an action star, she is a terrible actor.
She's not. Well, she's kind of getting a little up there in her years, isn't she? For
She's
even
still-
action movies now.
Well, she's still an attractive woman, but
Well, I'm not saying anything about her looks. I'm just saying, like, as far as her action abilities,
Yeah.
because you're clearly watching a 60-year-old woman do a fight scene too.
Yeah.
This is the same thing with Ming-Na Wen. Love Ming-Na Wen.
Oh, yeah.
Love Tamora Morrison. We love these people. However, we are still watching people older than us doing action scenes.
That's why I'm not too keen on the new Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is an 80-year-old man. Like, yeah, okay, listen, everybody ages differently. Everybody can do physically. Everybody's different. I may not be able to do things at my age that Jack Palance could have done at 75 or whatever. Okay, I acknowledge that. But you know what? You just reach a point where you can't suspend disbelief anymore.
Yeah. Just because I haven't aged in 20 years doesn't mean everybody else has.
Well, you
hasn't. I don't know.
Well, you're a harpy.
Vampire, harpy, robot, whatever they call me. I don't know.
You're half robot. I mean.
Right. I'm a Cylon. That's it. I'm a Cylon today. I don't know. This is going to be a bad idea. It's going to be hilarious to recut into commercials. That's about all I really have to say about it.
Hey, new content.
New content. I am Becca.
I am Rob off camera.
Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.
Damn.